Hot Facts with Robert-Reese. Now, this individual, all right, you work hard on YouTube, Pedro. You work hard every day.
He's working harder than I am.
I was going to say that. Thank you.
Yep.
This man is doing videos, shorts, and he's doing an hour-long live stream 5 days a week. You're not even doing that.
Yeah, no. Listen, me and Robert, Hannibal, we've talked a few times. I had him on the channel. We have each other's number, and we've chopped it up. And we have a lot of similarities, and we have a lot of differences. We have core things that we're very, like, I do not believe in some of the things he says, and he goes the same way with me. But there's a mutual respect there, which I really like. Yeah. And I really respect his grind and his hustle. He reminds me of myself because he's betting on himself. He's, if you watch his intro clips, I'm sure you've seen it. I imagine Robert's going to places saying, "Hey man, I got a channel. Would you subscribe?" And he's like, "Hey, would you say that you watch Hot Facts with Robert-Reese?" And they don't. But he's giving that. He's about that community. He's building up.
He's going pretty fast. Like I see the subs moving, and I don't agree with. I mean, we're giving him props to also like, some of the things. It's fine. He has their own method, right? Like, take the first order of the day. Nah, dude, I'm not doing that. But I appreciate his grind, his hustle. He's engaging in the camera. He's really putting everything into this, and I just want to give him his flowers right now. I know I'm gonna talk to him with Steve Rideshare Rodeo in a live stream.
Hey, Hot Facts with Robert-Reese, man. This your boy Dash Bandicoot tapping in with you, brother. Hey, I'm right here on a break in my dash right now, getting busy, but I figured I'd tap in before I eat some grub real quick. But yo, man, I like your channel, like what you're talking about. You know what I'm saying? I feel like we share some of the same ideas as far as like how to navigate this gig market. So just tapping in, showing love, man. I seen your comment. Finally got a chance to hit you, bro. Whenever you get a chance back, man, just holler, man, for sure, man. Love, bro. Be safe.
What up, Robert-Reese? Robert-Reese with Hot Facts. That's my man right there. Hey, he always be hitting us up with the news and the latest. And he keeps everybody informed about the gig industry, like all of the different gig tubers, everything that's going on with everybody. He's really up to speed on a lot of things. So if you don't want to channel hop a whole lot, just look at his channel for about, 10, 15 minutes, kind of look at a few of his videos, and all of a sudden, you'll realize what everything was going on in the gig industry. He be on top of it, man.
You guys looking for the best barbecue in Moreno Valley? Go ahead, head on over and try some of this Reese's BBQ. 951-999-2615. Plate includes 3 ribs, 1 hot link, baked beans, potato salad, and white bread going down for $20. Great food, great prices, guarantee you come back for more. And it's all been blessed by God, people. Y'all come on down and let them know you're stopping by because of Hot Facts with Robert-Reese. If you mention my name, people, you get a discount on me. See you guys soon. Come get this barbecue. It is.
What's up, guys? You're watching Hot Facts with my dad, Robert-Reese.
Facts with Robert-Reese.
Yo, what's good, everybody? Man, I wear Hot Facts, man, with my boy Robert-Reese, man. It's past the dark, man. Y'all stay tuned, man. Get them facts.
You're watching Hot Facts with Robert-Reese.
You're watching Hot Facts with Robert-Reese.
You are watching Hot Facts with Robert-Reese.
You're watching Hot Facts with Robert-Reese.
What's up, y'all? We watching Hot Facts with Robert-Reese.
Name
me out, check 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 me out, check.
Undo my mic. Can you hear me? Mic check. 1 2 1 2. Mic check. Mic check. Am I good, George? Am I good?
Sounding good. You sounding like a robot.
Okay, let me do this.
You sound like a robot.
Okay, mic check is bad. Let me go. Yeah, now I'm about to hit this right here. Audio. Let's go speaker phone.
How's that? How's that sound?
Mike, 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 Mike. Let me see. Let me see. Let me see. Let me see. Let me bring him back in. Hulk smash at the stage. Let me see. How's it now?
You sound
TFT?
good. You sound
Okay.
good.
Okay. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. John George, George John, Hulk smash. People, you got to ask the person that will tell you the truth. He said, now you sound like a robot right now. So you know what that means? You got to go back and fix it. Glad to have you in. TFT says he will be in shortly. People, that was the pre-show lobby right there. If you want BBQ, head on over, hit that number up, call it in, and you'll go ahead and get that. As you see on the thumbnail, you say, hold up now. What is going on here? There's nothing going on here. People, it's just that it's time to give you guys what is really going on out there and give you some honest opinions and break down on things. And we're going to be doing that. Team Hot Facts is in the building. You got Hot Facts here as the host right here. You have, and this might be the best diplomatic human that we have in the whole gig community. He is welcomed all over. He supports many, many channels out there, and he keeps it way real with you and everybody else. You can see him on partnering up with the DoorDash Revolution. You can also see him competing with Gig Wars Official in the official challenges and the wars that go on between drivers who want to compete to show who can make the most in their market. So you will see George around all over the time. And when we have him, we call him Hulk Smash. So how you doing? Welcome to the show, my man.
I'm doing good. I'm doing good. How's everybody doing? Well, it's good afternoon. It's good afternoon in my side of the woods on the East Coast, and it's still good morning to you guys. So good morning to you guys on your side. Good morning to my guys on my side.
Oh yes, oh yes.
And good afternoon to my guys on my side, and good morning to you guys. I'm sorry.
Oh no, you all right? No, I'm just about to put the banner up. You all right? You all right? I'm gonna just put the banner up, people. As you see what we have up there, life decisions. And I went ahead and made it brief and just say the impact there. And we'll be speaking about this.
Okay, hold on a second.
Yep. We'll be speaking about this.
I got some.
No, bro. I'm just trying to get a couple of things tonight.
So we'll be speaking about this, and we'll be speaking about the gig economy, Uber Eats, DoorDash, Grubhub, whatever you got going on. We'll talk about the decisions that you make on those, on how it can impact you and everything else. Before I actually got here, I went into the McDonald's, got the McGriddle little special. You get the two, got one sausage, one chicken, and ran into an Uber Eats driver who ran into a customer that they told him, can you contact the customer because they didn't have something there, and they had like some coffee and they had 3 different types. So he had to text the customer, wait for them to get back to him, and that took forever. So when that was going on, went ahead and slid on in, got to subscribe while doing that, watching right now. Thank you so much for joining on in. But we will be talking about in the gig economy and your business decisions also. We'll break it down to just standard life, what goes on, and we'll actually be throwing that into the social media aspect on whatever you may do. Just say it's that. Everything is not YouTube, so it's social media. We got to go ahead and break that down. Let me go ahead and unmute you. Okay, you're unmuted there. So let me give you guys a little breakdown, a little background on how this came about. George hits me, Hulk smash, he hits me, and what he typically does, he has ideas, and he will tell you his ideas. That is what he is going to do, and he has a lot of great ideas. And for someone on what he does on all the channels and everything, it's kind of hard sometimes to get them out, because you're dealing with other people's channels and everything else, and it just may not be the right time. And he's been doing the safety thing, and He's been going into some serious things that can happen with safety and choices you can do and things like that. And he said, Reese, I got an idea. He said, let's try to do something about the decisions and the things that you do on how it can affect your life and everything. And I was like, okay. I said, okay. That sounds like a good idea to go ahead and do. So while that was going on, I was on call with TFT. And this is TFT, people, the deputy he is in the building. And I was on the line with TFT, and then I told George, I said, TFT, hold on. I get on with George, and then I merge the call. And then it just came together like making that perfect sandwich. It's something that seems like the right thing to do. We got so many different things going on. And there's been a whole lot of different situations that have happened because of certain decisions that people who have made. I don't care if it's politically. I don't care if it's your friends, your family, your coworker. We have seen things go in weird ways. And so he said, let's go ahead and try to do something and give some information and knowledge about it. I said, I'm all the way in. TFT said, I'm in. That's why the three of us are here. And so today, people, we're going to let you guys know about some things and break it down to you. So good morning to you, TFT. Thank you for clicking on in. Good to see you.
It's another beautiful day.
You got that breaker 19, breaker 19. That's that CB radio voice.
It's another beautiful day in the neighborhood, gentlemen.
Hey, people, it's a beautiful day.
Oh.
Mr. Rogers was caught up in one of those things, and there was a day where it was not beautiful because of some decisions that he has made. Now, George, I want to get it from you. What angle do you want to hit? Do you want to hit life? Do you want to hit work? Life decisions, work decisions? Which way do you want to start? Because we know it's going to end up going to where we go talk about work. So do you want to start off with decisions there? And I know we got some topics there, people, because decisions come up with, there's lying and all type of stuff that goes into everything. So, where you want to start first? You want to start from work and professional decisions, or do you want to start with life decisions that can lead into the work and professional decisions?
So basically what I thought we was talking about is two words. There's two words I've been seeing that's been going around YouTube a lot, and a lot of stuff that's been going on. I was just concerned about the gig economy. The community is because these two words, loyalty and lying, and what lying could do and how it affects people, and what it affects with people, with the channels and them personally and stuff like that, and then loyalty,
Right.
Well, that word's been going around a lot too, Are you going to this person? You going to that person? You call me the what do you say? You call me again the a diplomat or something like that?
You are the head of diplomacy.
Head of diplomacy. Okay, head of diplomacy. A diplomat. Basically what a diplomat do is they're appointed by people. This is to go represent their country and stuff. At the United Nations and stuff like that. So, but in the gig space, a lot of people point me as that role. I didn't ask for anything. They just said that I'm that, and I don't mind doing it. So I'm not a person who takes sides. I'm down the middle. I'm one of the people who like if you ask me a question, I'm going to answer it truthfully and not give you any roundabout answer. I'm going to answer it the way it's truthfully and to the point of what you asked for. I don't take no sides. I'm not on nobody's side, no kind of factions and anything like that. So, a lot of people trust me with certain things and stuff. So I just leave it, between me and other people, and I am welcome to a lot of channels and stuff that, I watch and support and stuff like that. So I'm happy that people, see me as a person, as a friend. And I just want to be there to help people. That's my main goal. That's why I feel my purpose here in this community right here is to possibly just help people to what I could do to help people make themselves better. I always see good in somebody versus the bad. Everybody has done bad, but we try to take the negative and make it to a positive and learn from it. That's what I try to do. So those are the two things I'm here to really talk about is loyalty. What does that mean to you? What does it mean? I got some definitions and stuff that I'm going to post. What is the act of loyalty? Things like that. How it is affected. And lying. Lying is one of the things that like I said, that really hurts people. It's something that if you've been lied on, lied about, things like that, it messes you up as an individual. You probably might not see that first, but it does take a toll on you and it does change you, for whatever reason, some people could fight, deal with it better than others. So, maybe of awareness just to bring it out, what lie is to do. And I wanted to start off with lying and I wanted to do a story. I have the video, but I don't know about to pay. It's a video about a little boy who called Wolf. It's a little kid video, but it's only like 2 minutes long. But I just explain the story so that we don't have to worry about no copyright or anything like that.
All right.
Okay. So this little shepherd boy, he's up there. He's chilling with his sheep. Taking his sheep up there to pasture and let his sheep, eat the grass and all that stuff. And he making sure that the sheep is okay and all that stuff. And then when it's time to bring the sheep back down to the village, he'll bring it down to the village. Well, there's a bunch of villagers, they doing their things. They got different traits and stuff that they do in the village. Well, while the little shepherd boy is up there with the sheep, he's all by himself, but everybody else is just down there, with each other. So he feels sometimes alone because he's talking to the sheep, but after a while, talking to the sheep, they don't really talk back in effect like a human would. So he got lonely. So he thought of something. What can I do to get the villagers to come up to see me? Because apparently the villagers don't really come up and see him. So he decided to make this little thing. I'm going to go cry wolf. So one day he decided to get up. He did the sheep, do the thing. Then he yelled about wolf, 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 wolf. He yelled loud. The villagers heard it. So they stopped what they were doing. They came running up the hill up there to the pasture where the little boy, the little shepherd boy was. And when they got up there, they noticed that, hey, what's going on? You cried wolf and stuff. And little boy said, I'm just saying my own words and everything. You can look up the story and everything like that and get the full story. I'm just saying in my own words. Little boy was like, there's nothing really wrong. So somebody said, hey, man, you shouldn't do that, man. That's not right, blah, blah, blah. So then they all went back down to the village. So the little boy was like, yeah, man, I got him come up for a little bit and all like that. It was all smiling stuff. So he probably waited a day or two after that incident. So he went up there and did it again. He goes, wolf, wolf. They go running up again. Come up there again and stuff and nothing. This time they was a little more upset because they're doing their duties and stuff to take care of the village and everything like that. The little boys over there laughing and stuff. It was funny. Ha ha ha! You guys up here and all that stuff. They no more ha 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 ha. So they all went back down again, and there was more upset stuff like that. So he waited for another time, a couple days later on, and then he called Wolf. He goes, Wolf, Wolf. Well, this time before I go there, he was over there sleeping. And then he woke up because he heard some noise. Almost messed up the story. So when he heard, he got up and started looking around. What's that noise? What's that noise? All of a sudden came out of a little clearing over there in the bushes. A big old wolf came. Big old wolf coming over there. He's eyeing that sheep. Little boy's like, oh, snap. So he's yelling, wolf, 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 wolf. The villagers heard it and everything. People say, nah, man, don't worry about it. He just lying. He just want us to go up there and bump him. Wolf over there. He's yelling, wolf, wolf, wolf. Everybody just kept doing their thing. So the wolf got his thing. You know, he over there took the sheep out, all of them, killed them all. End of story. Now, what happened after that, later on, you know, the little shepherd boy, he was over there in shock and everything, and he saw all his sheep destroyed by that wolf. Time went on and on and on. The village got a little worried. Said, hey, man, the little shepherd boy should have been back. So they went out to go look for him. They went up where they figured he was at and stuff. They found him. And he's all like this, all hunchback, or stuff like this, and on a tree and stuff, all like that. The little boy, like, they go say, hey, what's wrong? And stuff. And then they look a little ways up there, and they saw all the sheep just destroyed. They asked what happened. The little boy said, well, I was crying wolf. I was yelling wolf, 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 but nobody came. So somebody in the crowd said, well, we thought you was kidding, you know, because you kept crying wolf and it wasn't true. So, okay, so I'm going to leave it that story right there. It's the reason why, because this comes with the gay community about lying and stuff, okay? There's one aspect of lying that affects people in certain ways. Well, with the gay community, when you lie and stuff and things like that, people take it certain ways and they react towards the lies and thinking something's going on. Then when they find out it's not, they get upset. Because, you know, hey, man, you know, we care about this and that and that. And all something happens and this and that. Because that story right there is something that happened, you know, in the gay community. There's other stuff that's lying in the gay community. People been lying on about certain things, no proof, whatever, the thing like that. And then it makes them feel a certain way. When you lie and stuff, and you get other people to go along with stuff like that, it'll make people feel a certain way. But I got some little slides I want to show. Let me go here.
While
So if
he's
you
getting,
guys want to go in, I'm gonna head up the slides. You can talk. I'll get the
yeah,
slides ready.
while he's getting these slides ready, I'm gonna let you guys know that I'm in talks with the Jaded Driver on a one-on-one interview, and he actually might click this live today. Told him I want to do something about content creation, the direction that he's doing with his shorts and everything else like that. He says it sounds like a good idea. So in the near future, if it all goes on, Jaded Driver may click the link today, but we're working on a one-on-one interview or him being up on panel with the Jaded Driver. So we got that going on. Now TFT. Now the crying wolf thing. Yeah, it happens all the time, especially in this gig community. And I can think of the biggest crying wolf was the glitch, and people utilizing that glitch and what they were putting up on the money they were making in their videos, saying that look, 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 look. And then when it came out, you were using that glitch, and it was like, come on, man. Come on now. You up here celebrating, you making all this money, and come to find out you up here freezing and figuring out, you know, what to accept and not hurt. You up here doing that. I thought that was like one of the hugest things ever. What about you?
Stupid glitch. As far as I'm concerned, that didn't help nobody make any more money than they would have made normally. I tested it. I'll say that. I won't say I never used it, but when I heard about it, I did test it. And it did not improve anything for me in my market. I still make the same money I've made every day I go out. Only thing is, I had a few less hits to my acceptance rating. That's it. That's all it did for me. It didn't help me make any extra money. It didn't help me do shit. So all these people raving and raving, saying the glitch helped them made money, or they're making all this money because of that glitch. That's a load of crap, in my opinion. And that's technically not a glitch. Glitch is the wrong word. It's more of an exploit. It'd be the correct term for that. But again, that's splitting hairs. Um, now, I don't really see anybody claiming that would be a cry wolf incident because they're not lying. They ain't telling you ain't using a glitch, so I guess they're lying by omission. But again, that glitch didn't help them make that money. All it did is help them not lose their acceptance rating.
Right, yeah, Yup laughing because the glitch is up. Yeah, you know, that was crazy. It goes along with it, man. You know, like in TFT said, he said, I'm not gonna tell you guys and try to be no saint up here. He said, I tested it. In order for me to go ahead and give you guys an honest opinion about it, I gotta go ahead and test it.
I did it for 1 day. And the only thing it did is, I got to keep orders I would have normally declined and lost the acceptance rate for. I didn't lose the acceptance rate on. That's it. That's all it did. It didn't help me make any money. It didn't give me any better orders. It didn't do none of that shit. The only thing it did is it helped to protect my acceptance rate. Big whoop.
Yeah, and people, he's saying big whoop because he's someone that has a high AR no matter what. It is what it is every day. It's right there. So it really did nothing for him. Now, if you're one of them people that were at 20%, 16%, you might have felt like, you might have had a huge impact.
It'll help them because now then you that low and you're in a market where you got a lot of other drivers with higher AR. Yeah, you might get some extra money out of it because now your AR is getting higher and higher. So you're going to get to see the better offers. But other than that, if you're not a normal person, it doesn't matter.
Says it did get you the top dasher real fast though. Yeah, see someone's AR that was low. Doing that will go ahead and let you see what TFT is saying. Get those rewards and those higher paying orders.
If you already took care of keeping your AR and your ratings up anyway, the glitch did nothing for you. Really, it did nothing. I've maintained 7 back in before the platinum dasher rewards, which in my market where there is no freaking rewards, that's a bull-faced lie. Because in my market, your guys' mileage may vary, but in my market, we have no dash anytime. I can't just turn on my Dasher app and go dash now. I have to go schedule like a non-platinum dasher, even though I am a platinum dasher. Why they took it away in my market, I have no idea. The only thing I can think of is because we have way too many drivers here and not enough employees at these merchants. That's my opinion on that scenario, but
yeah. George, right back on you. You got it on queued up, and we all saw that there. He was talking about the lying aspect, and so he's got the video queued up. We about to go ahead and break this down.
All right, they see right there. Definition of lying, any communicative act that aims to cause receivers of the communication to adopt or persist in a false belief. Okay? That means if you say something that makes people react to something, that's what I was saying about that Cry Wolf story. What made the people react is the boy was crying wolf, saying there was a wolf. Well, if there's a wolf, the wolf's going to eat the sheep. The sheep died, that means the village don't have supplies and food and stuff. Well, that's one of the food sources and stuff that the village has been taken because the sheep provides them a lot of stuff. Clothing, different oils and stuff. I'll show you a list on that too. So when you do that, when you lie and stuff, people react a certain way because of that. Because, we're a community, and then when something happens, especially in certain situations that, could be, catastrophic or so, or things like that in nature, people are going to react because they have feelings for people on YouTube due to the fact that we know each other from YouTube a lot. Some people got phone numbers, like we got our own phone numbers, we got each other's phone numbers and stuff like that, and people got emails and stuff. But some of them don't, but they know you from YouTube. They still, that's the family from YouTube. And that's how we know each other from. That's how we all met, is from YouTube. Most of us. I met you guys from YouTube. I never knew you in real life. So from
Right.
YouTube. Now I know you in real life. So it matters.
Let me
Okay, I
give an
got another
example of
slide here.
that, George.
Hey,
George, let me give an
yeah, go
example of
ahead.
that. You
Go
guys,
ahead.
I'm gonna give an example on that right now. This is hot facts up here in the top. Now, when I first came in, I came in speaking and preaching the same things that TFT and with George does, and how we feel about how we take care of the customer service, having our ratings be at a certain level to make sure that we do get what we are getting. And while coming in with that, I had an interview, and during that interview, it was with all the people from this group called No Tip, No Trip, and they despise the fact that someone is actually talking and speaking about good service and taking your orders and accepting them. And during that whole process, we're telling people this is how it's going to be. The markets are going to change because they're going to start doing this, this, and this. All while we are telling them this, they're coming at us real hard and hitting us with the lashes and throwing tomatoes at us, telling us to get off the stage. All of this other stuff is going down, right? But now that it's actually in, it's like, oh, stun, big slap in the face. No, we were letting you know. We weren't crying wolf in the way that you think. We were telling you the truth. You guys were crying wolf and then spreading it out to everybody else out there to say, don't believe it. They're liars. It's not true. It's not going to happen. They're not going to separate us and put us in tears, and your ratings don't matter. And they put that propaganda out there the whole time to influence a whole lot of other people with those lies. But when you put the data out, you put the news clips, you put the articles up on how they're changing and how it's going, you cannot go against that. But what they did was put the propaganda, the material, the people with the channels to speak about it, to try to drown it out because the truth was really coming. So that's an example right there on how they were using their influence to make everybody else believe. They were trying to deceive you and everybody else out there to believe the lie that you can still do what you do and nothing's going to change. And that was a big slap in the face for the spokesperson out there shouting it out.
Say this.
You froze up, Hot Facts. Sounds out.
No, you're moving on my end. I think it might have been George's end that's having troubles. He's just gone out on my side.
Yeah, he's doing a circle thing too.
Yeah, but I started driving during the pandemic, close to the tail end of it, of all the lockdowns here in California. During that time frame, yeah, your rate probably doesn't matter much at all, especially if you're already in the hard owner program. All that back. Top dasher status wasn't really necessary. I could literally turn my app on any moment of the day and go work whenever I wanted, even without a top dasher status. My market is that busy. Now again, this is my market, my experience. Your mileage may vary. Back then, I still cared about my customers, doing my job to the best of my ability, but I wasn't taking just every single order. I was very, very choosy with my orders back then. Now, the lockdown is over, and the customer base has returned to a, I guess you could say, normal status level. You can't hold that same mentality we had during the lockdowns. You're not going to buy a car anything less than $6, $7, $8 a mile. If there ain't no tip, I ain't driving. Unless you're in a market that can actually sustain that. Which, from my experience, a few markets that I've tested in California, there's not a whole lot of people that can sustain that mentality. So that back then, not the top dasher. After the lockdown started, it ended. we're going to have a hard time getting DoorDash. And in my market, DoorDash is king here. My market, if you're not on DoorDash, you're not making much. Spark come around, I gave a good boost of money when I first started. They're paying better. They're now in my market, they're paying no better than Uber and DoorDash for. Most of the time, they're actually paying worse. Again, there's so many drivers flooded to that app because of people talking about the crazy incentive bonuses and whatnot. That now orders they're on the screen, gone just like that. It's made Spark almost an impossibility for me to use nowadays. I still get the occasional order here and there when you pop the app on, but DoorDash is again still king. DoorDash is where I make most of my money. I make a bit with Ship, Spark, I make a bit with Uber. Now I do ride here, all food package delivery. Now, before you guys, I had a truck. I don't have a truck anymore. That truck gone. Well, I couldn't stand the heat anymore. I'm hot here in California. I need an air conditioner. Now I have a car. Now I could do rideshare. I still don't have a car. That avenue of revenue for me is non-existent. Will never be. Now, yes, in my market, I've talked to several people. They make what I make in 2 days, 3 days, doing rideshare only. But I'm still out here. Take me a little longer now than it used to during the lockdowns. But I'm still out here. I'm still making the same money I made back then, if not a little more on occasion, sometimes a little less. But it just depends on how long I'm out here. You put in the time, you put in the effort, you take care of your business, you will get the reward. It's plain and simple. Now, you have to try things, yes. You may fail with certain things, yes. But there's that old adage, practice makes perfect. Practice, practice, practice. First time around, sometimes it takes 2, 3, 4 stabs at the thing to get it going right. Yeah, the very first auto mechanic, got all the repairs done on the first shot. No, they had to take it, figure out what it was, find the problem, fix the problem. The problem I see in our gig economy is amongst ourselves, we're dividing ourselves. Now, yes, I started well after the Prop 22 stuff got started, just to touch on that a little bit. All those drivers here in California banded together to try and benefit all drivers, all gig community workers. That shows that there was a common interest, common goal for this community to come together, to be one voice. Now we're all being separated again. You got people bashing on California drivers because we have Prop 22. You got people bashing on Seattle drivers because they've got their version of it. You got people bashing on New York drivers because they got something separate. Now you got people bashing on other drivers who are in, like Robert used to say about Flex, a super metro market where they can decline 100 orders, still be a top dasher. They have that big an order volume. My order volume is pretty mediocre in my opinion. But I do my job. 90% of my, maybe not 90. 30-40% of my customers tip me extra almost every day because of my service, because I communicate with them, because I find everything they need. I take care of them. And I deliver my orders like I'm delivering it to the most important person to me in my world. My mom, my wife, my dad, my friends that I consider family who I stay with. That's the way I think people need to do this kind of stuff. Put your best foot forward in everything you do. Going back to my older ways of saying it, don't half-ass shit. Get the job done. All right, my monologue.
That's my favorite part when TFT about to get in and do it. People, it's cool. It's cool when you actually figure out who's who in the community. Everyone has their own sayings, their own things they got, and TFT got his slogan. And when he kicking it, I'm telling you guys, it's hilarious. I like it because it's all the way factual and the truth. And once you hear him say, "Don't half-ass it," he's going there with you, and that's cool to have because it's something that you can remember even when you're on one of your deliveries or throughout the day. You can remember that, and then it'll pop in, and then you'll be able to check yourself a little bit. So TFT has that. We got George right here, Hulk Smash right on cue because he's got the video to go ahead and knock it.
All right, cool. Let me go back to this side. All right.
Oh yeah. And for those of you who did not hear, you can catch Hulk Smash. You can catch him featured with the DoorDash Revolution. You can go ahead and check that channel out there. He's a co-host there, and you can also catch him on Gig Wars Official as he battles gig drivers around the United States to see who can make the most money in a day, in a week, in a month, or even a year. It's up to you on how you want to do it. All right, go ahead, George.
Okay, the next slide here is saying about what lying does to the other person. Okay? When dishonesty comes to light, it brings distrust, hurts the other person, and leaves a lasting scar on the relationship. It also changes how others perceive and interact with the liar. Okay, that's what I was talking about. Let me go back up in front now. Let's talk about that. That's what I was talking about with the boy cried wolf. Now they're gonna look at him different. They looked at him different for that split second, the third time he did that, and unfortunately, all the sheep have been destroyed. All this lying and stuff that's been going around in this gig community, people looking at people different. They've been lied on. They lied on other people, whatever the case may be. It makes you react not trustworthy. It leaves a lasting scar on you. You might not know it, but it does. And by doing that, that's when people saying about how you bring up the past. Yeah, you bring up the past because it's something that triggered that situation because you've been lied on and it hurt. And it's not over. It's not done. It's not finished. It's not closed. So when other stuff happens, it just piles on top of that until one day you explode like a volcano. And then we have all this bickering, fighting back and forth and stuff like that. And people say things that they don't mean, but it's already said. Then when you try to apologize or whatever the case may be, it's not really true to the other person or whatever the case may be. Because, I believe in a person's mouth is what they believe in. People can say, okay, the drugs made me say it. I mean, alcohol made me say it. I was really upset, the stuff that made me say it. But, the drug thing is a little bit, I can say, depends on what kind of drugs you're on. But the alcohol and stuff, you drinking all that alcohol, I think it's called liquid courage because you use that as a escape point. A lot of people use that as a crutch and say, well, the alcohol made me do it, blame it on the alcohol. But you don't understand what happens when people say things. People say words don't hurt, but yeah, they do hurt. And you might not realize that. Lying is very powerful. It affects people. I got another slide here. Okay, here's one. And this one, hot facts if I do, because it's his specialty. Okay, let me turn my place around here. All right. What happens mentally when you lie? Okay. This is 2024. This is this year. It's on Google where I get this information from and stuff like that. Then I go on different, Wikipedia and things like that and find this information. So this is all, updated information and stuff that I could get. 2024 found that manipulative lying to others, regardless of its purpose, leads to a decrease in self-esteem and an increase in negative emotions. Okay, so let's talk about that. Negative emotions. You don't have to get me on the big screen now. This is all for everybody. Negative emotions. What kind of negative emotions could happen? People snap at the latest thing. They're thinking somebody's saying their name and they're thinking over something negative. You just say somebody's name and they always, matter of fact, to say something negative. They're thinking something negative because they got that paranoia and they're mad and stuff. Some people feel like they don't want to do channels anymore. That's self-esteem. Your self-esteem, you want to do a channel, but now you're afraid to. Your self-esteem is gone because you've been lied on, picked on, stuff like that. These negative emotions build up and stuff. And you react to it. You build up this wall.
There is a wall, and there's a huge wall. There's a huge wall, and I'll let you guys know. People will get out there, and we got trolls out there, and we got trolls that specialize in what they want to do is purposely try to make things happen, and they know how gullible people are and what they can say, and if they get a group of people to say it, they'll go ahead. I have had almost everything in these 2.5 years that I've been here on YouTube. I have had almost everything thrown up to try to slander my character, to try to hurt it. People watching my videos and telling people, oh, he's really cheating on his wife and he has other girlfriends and stuff. And these are people that don't even know me. They're thousands of miles away, but they get all these people to just go and just talk and say all this stuff and make up stuff that certain people believe it. And then you get people writing your emails and saying that, I would watch your channel, but I heard you do this. Things like that. All that stuff hits you and you get so upset that people in the past, if you've been watching Hot Facts, you may have seen me on someone else's channel where I didn't went super ham. I done exploded because the wall is so high, but there's no way in the world for you to fill up all the space in that room where those walls are. But they did that, and in a way, it brings a certain thing out of you, and that's all they're trying to get their joy out of it. And it takes you a little bit to understand that when you're dealing with these trolls, and because you got to understand, 90% of it is just BS, and they know that because it's BS, and they know what you stand on. They know that that's really upsetting you because it's going against who you are as a person, and it's like they say, turn the other cheek. And people, you got to understand that it's hard to turn the other cheek when it's a damaging blow that people can say, well, that is how his character is, when you know nothing about the character. It's all this other stuff. So someone is going to want to defend their character, and then the trolls try to get you to play in that realm over and over again. And, when you start doing this a little while, you start to figure out, you set up boundaries. You add a Jeffrey, a Nightbot. You got to make sure you have the right moderators in your rooms and stuff like that, so that when other people do come, they'll see that, oh, all that negative stuff, this is definitely not what it is, and they don't allow those people in. Things like that. So you can blow up. I have blown up. It's gotten to the point to where TFT has told me on the phone and things, Reese, stop, Reese, because he has a feeling that I'm about to go there because he knows, you know what I mean? And it's good to have someone like that to let you know. But people, even with that, I've still blown up after he's told me stuff like that, because they try to make it personal, and then when they try to go and then try to dox you and things like that on top of it, it just makes it go into a whole terrible realm. And I felt victim of it. Many people have seen it. So what George is saying is the truth.
I got something else here.
Hold up, George.
I'm sorry, TFT. I'm sorry. Go ahead. I didn't know. Go ahead, TFT.
I chime in on this subject right here myself about the lion help putting up walls and whatnot. It's like, yeah, it can, and they could also put people in boxes where they will shut down themselves. And be as emotional responsive or communicative to other people when they need to be. Could help put up walls and divide families, divide friends, divide communities in general. And yes, that's one of the reasons why I've always subscribed to true philosophy. Yeah, if you're speaking the truth, like Judge Judy says, you don't have to have a good memory because it's the truth. The truth will always stand. It will never fall. The other one that I've always subscribed to is along the same lines. It's respect is given freely. Trust must be earned. Respect can be regained. Trust never will, in my opinion. So you break my trust, that's it. I may still respect you as an individual and a human being, but I will not trust you ever again. Now that's me personally. That may not be the same for other people. I don't know. Some people seem to have trust like a open revolving door with people. And that's something I don't understand personally. Is you burn me once, that's it. There is no second time. Now I also live my life that I do not regret anything I've done in the past. Because everything I've done in the past has turned me into who I am today. If I regretted anything I did in the past, I wouldn't be who I am because I'd constantly be second guessing myself. That is something I will not stand for in my life. Nobody can make me second guess myself other than me. Because ultimately,
that's the main thing that the trolls want. That's what the trolls want right there, to make you start second guessing yourself on everything that you got going on. That's why TFT just said that, y'all.
A lot of this stuff with the words and people say, trying to bash people, is like, there's an old childhood saying, man, I'm sure everyone in the chat and everybody in this world has probably heard at least once in their life. Sticks and stones may break my bones. Words will never hurt me. I used to do security for 20 years. Worked in some of the roughest, nastiest neighborhoods. Where I've worked in predominantly Hispanic, predominantly Black neighborhoods. You name it, I've been there. And I have never had a problem working in places that other people said, oh, yeah, you're going to have hell to do out there. You're going to be working nonstop. Everybody cool with me, and I'm cool with them. I don't treat them like they're the scum of the earth. I treat them like they're human beings. We all bleed red. We're all brothers. We all need to be looking out for one another, not trying to hurt each other. It's like, do I want to have more money than I got? Yeah, sure. Do I want to have a nicer car than I got? Yeah, sure. But those are wants, not needs. My needs are met. I have a vehicle. I have a roof over my head. I've got clothes on my back, food in my belly. I can take care of my wife. I can take care of my family. Those are my needs. Those are met. Anything extra? Cool. Stick it in the savings. Go out, do something nice for the wife. Go out, do something nice for myself. Go out, do something for the family. But always make sure your needs are met first. And nobody can help you make your needs. You got to do that yourself.
Go ahead, George.
Go on, Jordy. What we got next?
Well, this is the slide that we was just talking about. I just wanted the people to see how we was discussing it. That was the slide right there. Okay, that's the slide right there that we was talking about. Okay, that you and Hot Facts were saying. Now the last slide here, I'm gonna put it on here. All right. Let's see.
Oh, you got a tablet mount right there, huh? Is that a tablet mount?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, I see that. Sure. Yeah. Let me see that tablet mount again. I like that. That's a tablet mount right there. Okay.
Yeah, this one here, and then that's the one that's holding my computer. Okay, here's the last slide right here.
George looked like the police when he roll up. He looked like the police.
Yeah. Here's the last slide for the line. I didn't do all the slides because we was talking about them. Okay. I used the sheep. Okay, this what happened to the village. You know, the sheep provides them food, clothing, milk, manure is basically grease and stuff they found when they process for the sheep. Talon is like a fat from the sheep that could be used to make candles and soap. So now they got to wash with no soap later on. You know, they got limited supply. You know, and intestines, sheep intestines are used to make sausage casings and instrument strings. You know, surgical sutures and tennis racket strings. Okay. Well, when I'm doing the sheep thing, let me go back in the front. All right, now I can put it up here on this one. Okay, the reason why I did the sheep thing, because the village is the gay community, okay? The sheep is this things that the gay community have inside with different talents. Like TFT has talents, you have talents, I have talents, other people in the gay community have talents, okay? Now, somebody comes and lies, and a group of people lies, and this and that, this is a way to mess up the gay community. What happens? A lot of people with these talents go away. They don't want to do stuff, and then now the gay community, this community, is in disarray and stuff. Just like the village, you know, that's the comparison. That village, that sheep did a lot for that village. But since that little shepherd boy wanted to lie and play a game and stuff, now it crippled that village. I didn't say it destroyed the village, but it crippled it. They could come back. They had part of stuff for out and come back. But the only way they're going to come back is they band together. And that's my message. The only way we could come back from this lying and stuff and making it all disarray is we band together again and unite. That's it. We don't unite, this community is just going to crumble and fall, just like Rome did. There's
loyalties. There's certain loyalties.
That's the next one. Actually, you're a little ahead of that. You're a little ahead. That's the next one we're gonna get into. Loyalty, yeah. There's loyalty, yeah. But the thing is if we keep on going the path we're going, this good community is gonna go belly up.
True.
We have the people in this community right now that could mend it and bring it back together. We all do. I believe in that. There are some people in there that don't like that, but we can band together and get them out.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy that we say it.
Yeah, you got to clean house.
It's crazy that we say that, George. We say that. Yeah, we got to clean the house, and we say it, and it's crazy. It's we're in a market and a genre on YouTube and like in everything as finance. So this is finance. Last time I checked, there's a lot of people that read the finance section in the newspapers and where they get them at. And when they find someone else that, oh, you're into the finance, did you see about this? They get along because it's about finance. They have it in a finance category because of all the money that comes through. Now, we have certain channels out there that specialize in that part, like Your Driver Mike. He has a channel that you can. That's the finance part of the gig community, and he even gets looked down upon. Well, look, it's not really him. He has a twin brother out there doing it. It's not really him. Look, he looks like this. No one believe him. He's not. That's the finance part, and he's doing it now. If he got some more support from the other channels out there, especially the ones that go against him, and I'm not going to give those channels names out right now, but there's a whole lot of them, and they call Bentley Coop the corporate shield. They call him the corporate shield because he figured out how to do it in a way that can work, but they want to go at these people. The community, the people are going against these people, and that sucks because you want to say we all got to come together, but the people that have did all the steps to get to where you want to be, they turn their back on those people, and that's what I don't understand.
Did anybody ask why? You were just saying they got attacked. They got attacked from other people, right, in the community. So if they get attacked and stuff, and they try to help, but they get attacked, they're gonna do one of those things they did in the slide. They're gonna put that wall up and try to stay to themselves because it's not worth getting attacked. That's what you said at this time.
Yeah, and
So
that's exactly what your driver Mike did.
Attacked, when you try to help and you still get attacked, either you lash out or you're gonna go and shelter yourself. Those are the two things you're gonna do.
Yeah. And Mike does not respond to anything. He'll respond to the messages and the comments on his videos. Your driver Mike does not reply to emails from people in the gig space. He only will reply to the business people that he has met because of all of that. So yes, he put himself in a shell to where he's not receptive to even acknowledging you even reaching out to him, because it's pretty much hate and trolls that go ahead, so he has a wall up, and he has that.
Protect his business.
Yes.
Side of things. Because if you're constantly in states of conflict, like I've discussed with you before, Reese, the constant states of conflict with other creators or other entities that can reflect poorly on you and your business. So it's like he's cut himself off from trying to get into those types of encounters to help protect his business. Now, if that means he doesn't respond to other content creators or other entities and businesses that are trying to reach out to work with him without being highly vetted as a legitimate business source or legitimate something that he might actually be able to benefit on his own business with, then he's just not going to chalk with it. Leave you, what's to say, ghost you or leave you unread or whatever it is nowadays. I don't freaking remember. I don't really care about that. But that's what I see from your driver, Mike. That's what I see from other bigger content creators like Bentley Coop. He's partnered himself with DoorDash. So he's getting revenue from that for his videos. So he has to protect that business relationship. As well as protect the business relationship for here on YouTube with him and his viewers. Now, yes, every content creator, no matter how big or how small, you've got viewers who are going to love you, viewers who are going to, yeah, he's all right, and viewers who are going to like, no, he's a devil. That's just a given thing when it comes into this industry as a YouTuber or other social media type business. Even with the big businesses, like Pepsi, you got people who love it, people who hate it, people who are indifferent. It's no different. It's the same thing. Just that's on a grander scale than here on YouTube with each individual content creator. But that's what they're trying to do, in my opinion, is they're trying to protect what they already have established.
And there's nothing wrong with that either.
Walls to help protect things. Nothing wrong with it, no. Didn't say there was. So clear that up. But could they benefit from reaching out to other content creators who are either similar, if not like the same type of channels? Yes, they probably could. But it could also be a detriment. It's a double-edged sword. And they're trying to walk that fine line between everything.
Right.
That's it. That's what I see. That's my opinion.
Go ahead, George.
And when we get to the topic of loyalty, I got a lot to say on that.
Oh yeah.
All right, TMT. Here's the next topic right here.
It's like I know the Webster's dictionary version of loyalty, the definition of loyalty, and all that, but a lot of those literal definitions of the word don't really apply, in my opinion, to the actuality of it.
Well, everybody got their own perspective of what they mean by loyalty. I'm just throwing out different definitions and stuff, but everybody got their own opinions and stuff, which is good, you know. All right, so the definition of loyalty to the dictionary is right here. All right, put me on the big screen, Solo.
Okay, I got you right here.
All right, cool. All right, what is the true meaning of loyalty? This the definition version. Everybody got their own name. Loyalty implies a faithfulness that is steadfast in the face of any temptation to renounce, desert, or betray. Value the loyalty of his friends, devotion stresses, zeal, service, amounting to self-dedication, and painter's devotion to her art. All right. So, here we go back to the front screen. All right, cool. All right, you can take me up, Solo.
Oh yeah, you're all good.
All right, cool.
Jeff Thomas Black likes the loyalty thing. If you guys see his comment there, Jeff Thomas Black likes the loyalty thing. Man, look, my pillars on myself that I go by for my personal pillars: truth, honor, loyalty, and respect. Those are my pillars that I go by. And in order for me to say someone is a friend, each one of those pillars right there, there's things that have been done in each one of those pillars that you have crossed over and you have done. And loyalty, man, let me tell you, in the gig space, I'm gonna put it like this: TFT's loyalty to Hot Facts with Robert Reese, and Robert Reese's loyalty to TFT. TFT was jumped on. They came at him, called him all type of names, trying to put him in videos. What do you see? What do you see with Hot Facts? Why do you this? He's scum. You're scum too. You're a piece of this and all this stuff. And throughout all that, he didn't shout back at people. He actually went over there to Roy and Flex and had a civil conversation and breaking down how he felt. He's never screamed at the people and did everything. He's kept it the way that TFT does his thing, and he's been there the whole time. And that's loyalty right there. Because under the pressure that he was getting, there's a lot of people that we see in the chat section and we see on these other channels that would have broke. And they would have broke and got bent over and everything else there. TFT understands and knows what he believes in. And you know, he did not remove his loyalty from my side. And that's an example in the gig space that I want to talk about. And there was there.
Your friends become friends, gain that loyalty, that trust, and that respect with someone. You do not abandon your friends. You're there with them, right, thick and thin. You know, they become family at a point. You know, and I'm sorry. The people who are willing to ditch a long-term friend just over a small difference of opinions, or because they may not listen to some of the words you say when you're trying to pass on an impression and give your advice, your little bit of wisdom on things. They're their own man. You got to respect that they're going to do what's best for them. And I respect everyone up here and everyone in this chat and everybody in this community. I do. I may disagree with some things on a lot of people, including with Robert. But that don't mean I'm gonna throw him to the curb just because I don't like what he said one day or he did something that I disapprove of. I'll tell him, hey, I don't really like what you did there, but you know, I understand it. Maybe, maybe not. I don't know. Depends on what it was. But I respected your decision to do what you're gonna do. You know, and it's like as a friend, when you gain my friendship, I'm with you to the end of this earth. You know, not the end of my life, the end of this earth. You know, it's like unless you do something to seriously tarnish the relationship between me and that individual, you know, and the only one who can do that is that individual, not some outside source. The outside source may have their own agendas and trying to hide and lie and all that other stuff to touch back on the previous topic. Yeah, but it's up to each individual to keep their loyalties where they lie. To keep that friendship, that bond that you've built. You know, and it's like, you know, there's the old saying, it takes two to tango. You know, that means both of us got to be friends. Both of us got to work with one another. Both of us got to trust each other. Both of us got to do stuff to respect one another. Yeah, and Reese has done that for me. You know, if I mention something that I don't like, he tries not to do that no more. Same thing with him and me. Yeah, it's like the ultimate truth of loyalty, in my opinion, is when you're at your worst, at your lowest, who the hell's still there? Who's there to help you pick up the pieces? Who's there with that hand out, holding it out to help pick you back up again? Those are your loyalty friends, your loyal friends, the people who will always be there, no matter what. Call them up 2 o'clock in the morning. Hey, I'm stuck in a ditch. Can you help me? No problem. Where you at? Yeah,
Yeah,
those.
and on top of that, TFT, let me throw in this really quick. Loyalty, people, does not mean that if you don't like someone and you have this thing going on, the other person is not supposed to just go and trash and bash the other person just because of how you feel about it. That's not loyalty, people. That's narcissism. That's what that is right there. There's a difference. So
Reese has people he don't like that I'm got no problems with whatsoever. You know, it's like there's been the beef between him and Roy, him and Flex, him and Pedro, him and a couple of people. You know,
everybody.
and it's like I go pop up on all of those panels. I ain't never been disrespectful to none of them just because they don't like Reese. You know, that doesn't mean that I'm not Reese's friend just because I show up on Flexes every once in a blue moon or show up on Roy just because Reese don't like him no more. Or they've had a falling out and lost their friendship with one another and that trust and bond is broke. That doesn't mean my trust and bond with those people has been broken. Now, I never really had a friendship with Flex, but some of the people that he's had on his panel, I like. I like Bobby. I had no problem with Bobby. I like Bobby. I think Bobby is a great person, personally. Yeah, and that's why I've shown love and support on his channel. And I bullshit with him when I was on Flexes and whatnot. And Bobby's even stood up and told Flex, no, TFT cool. Why are you jumping on him? He's a true to himself, neutral person. You know, and it's like, and that's the way I live my life. I'm trying to be the best me I can be every day. You know, and the way that I can be the best me is by being the best person and best friend I can. Best, you know, take care of the people who help take care of me. You know, and that's majority my customers because they pay my bills. DoorDash don't pay me. Uber don't pay me. My customers are the ones that take care of me on that aspect. So I have to take care of them. That's why I carry all this equipment back here in the back seat and in the trunk. You know, that's why I have this dash cam. I have all this other stuff to help make sure everything's running as smooth as I can. You know, and that's why I have a perfect 5-star rating and have for many, 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 many months and years. You know, that's why I have 100% customer satisfaction on Uber. Why I have 100% 5.0 customer satisfaction on Spark and all this other stuff. Because I take care of them and they see that and they appreciate that. So they take care of me in return. Harkening back to one of my other sayings, take care of the customers and the merchants and they will take care of you. It's the same thing with your friends. They need help. Help them if you can. They're not going to hate you because you can't help them. In the time of need, because you may be in a bad situation yourself. Like with all this stuff going on with my wife, and me having all these extra bills and whatnot. I've had some close friends offer to help. Some of them just help me without me even asking. And for that, I thank all of them. Because I was in a very bad place. And without their help, them being there just to talk to on some things, who knows where the hell I'd be right now. I might
Hey,
not
I
be
want to
here.
bring up Cray Cray on that. I want to go ahead and not give her just due on that one, because like you said, someone you'll help out and do things like that. George is the head of diplomacy. If he is the head, she's working in the same office with him. She's working in the same office, probably, right? They probably share one big long desk. They handling papers together, and they support every single channel out there that they can. And it's a shame because there's times where people have thrown little shots at George, and right now Cray Cray going through a whole lot of shots, and all because of how TFT said. Now, some people that Reese don't get along with or don't like Reese, I'm over there, and there's no issue with me. She's doing the exact same thing and is getting hit with blow after blow after blow. And while doing this, it's still showing support to other channels at the same time. So I didn't want to miss somebody else out in the gig world who is contributing. You know what I'm saying? Because you gonna get yours in here on Hot Facts. We gonna tell the truth about some things.
Give credit
Well, I
to
wanted
credit.
to say about what TFT said, that the main thing is to be true to yourself. That's the whole thing right there. See, that's a big message right there, TFT. Out of all that, that's a big message you did. If you're not true to yourself, how can you be true to somebody else?
Exactly. And that's why
So
I've always been
that's
the
where it
same
starts
guy.
first. It's true
That's
to
why I've
yourself.
always been the same guy. Every time, every panel, every time I've been on YouTube, every channel I've been on, even in my own videos, I'm the same guy here as I will be today, as I was yesterday, and I will be tomorrow. Because I believe in who I am. I have my truth. And I will always stand for that truth, no matter what it is. I mean, if I come find out, say, that my next door neighbor is a drug lord, well, if I come find that out, he's always been respectful and true to me as can be. I'd hate to find that out. I would. He's been a hell of a guy. Helped me out on a lot of things. And I've helped them. It's like not he's a drug lord. I have no idea, but it's like they do whatever they do in their private life. That's their private life. But what they show to me and how they've always been true to me is the same that I've always been here and true with you guys and everybody else on any panel I've ever been a part of. Because that's who I am. I'm blunt, straightforward. I ain't gonna bullshit you. I'm gonna tell you how I see it, and that's all there is to it. Now if I say something and you got proof that proved me wrong, I ain't got no problem saying, yo, okay, sorry, I was wrong on that. I appreciate you for giving me the correct information so that I can move forward and go on to the next step. And that's one thing we all try to do is give people the best information we can from our personal experiences. Now, some of us may be a little biased on our own personal experiences. I'm kind of guilty of that. I've lived a very wild life, some people would say. I've done a lot of things. I've worked in lots of fields. I have lots of experience in my little 41 years on this world. Is there somebody who knows more than me? Well, I guarantee you. I never say I know everything, but I know a little bit about a lot of things. And
whatever you don't know, and whatever you don't know, you're willing to learn about it.
Exactly. I'm an open book. You ask me a question, I'll answer it to the best of my ability. And you're going to get the 100% truth. as I see it from my life and my perspective of things. It's like all three of us can go through the exact same experience. We'll all have three exact difference in our explanations from it because it's all from our personal perspectives.
Right.
It's all true. It's all true, but it's all from perspectives.
I'll put it in the food realm for people out there. We are Gig Space and we do deliver food and stuff. I'll put it in the food realm. You can give us all the exact same grade beef and tell us to go make a burger. We'll all go make a burger, and each burger will taste different from the other one. It's just the way, and it's still gonna come out good. Just gonna taste different from the other one.
Yeah, because we'll use different seasonings. We'll all cook it differently. We'll use different oils, most likely. But if you gave us all the exact ingredients, the exact same thing, it's still gonna be different because some of us might put a little extra of this or a little less of that. It's no different.
Somebody might cook the burger longer than the other person.
Yeah. Some people might want it medium. Some people might want it medium well. Some people might want it a little on the rare side. It's just that's the way things is. So it all becomes it's all true. It's all who you want it to be, but it comes from a different perspective than yours. And that's what a lot of people end up butting heads on. Is because somebody else's perspective of the truth is different from theirs. And that's where the loyalty aspect comes in. Because even if we three here have three different perspectives, we're going to respect each one of those perspectives, and we're going to go with those perspectives. We have trust in our family. We have that bond. That will not waver, will not break because of some Yahoo sitting behind the keyboard. Because we'll call each other. Hey, did you hear about this? Or hell, we'll just call each other just to shoot the shit. I see how our day's been. Talk about the family. Because that's what we are. We're a family. We're a rock against the tide of bullshit that people keep trying to spread. And we're going to stand firm and tell our truth the way we know it is because we are loyal. We have our loyalties. We hold by them.
And then check this out. Let's take it back to the gig world again. We're all drivers. We got the same maps for the most part. Each of us may have a different one, but where TFT is, he's got the DoorDash going, and Uber Eats is the one that is not there. Here in my market, I like Uber Eats. My wife likes DoorDash. You know what I mean? But the infant George has his going on, and then we all got Spark, but Spark don't crack how it cracks for me, for TFT up there, and it's different for George out there. But just because of that don't mean that the information that we go give to you is going to be any less of the truth. It's going to be now different variables of the truth because there's different situations, different experiences with it. And because someone has a different experience, that don't mean that anything that they got going on is wrong. And we got to stop that in this community because it makes people not watch certain people's things because now they think it's not real, it's fake. They're lying all the time. No, it's just that their experience is a different one from that you are used to. There's nothing wrong with having an awkward feeling. There's nothing wrong with that.
Can I add on to that?
Go ahead.
Okay. Also, with the gigs, TFT might have something in his market that didn't come out in your market yet. Because they roll them out, the apps roll things out differently. Then you had to think about it. Like yesterday when I was talking about the gentleman, when I was doing the thing with DoorDash Revolution, that was his order on the scale. But he never saw that screenshot. So he was in my same market, but two things can happen. Either he didn't update his app, or he just didn't get the notification. He just didn't get the update for him. So then it's also could be not just in different markets, in your own market, because you might have a different stats than the other person in your own market, or that person didn't update the app. So just because somebody says something in this market, and it didn't happen in your market yet, you could ask some questions and stuff just to get the feel. But like I was saying yesterday, you never know, it might come in your market. So then when it does come in your market and you see it, you won't be like, oh wow, now what to do? You already know what to do because you have people on the gig community on the YouTube space that was talking about it. Now your competitor in the same market, that person's gonna be all like, oh man, what's going on? What I gotta do? You just go in there, and just do what you gotta do. And then you get your order and go on the way, and then you get more orders. So now you got that one edge up on that competitor in your market. Now, if you want to tell your competitor what you did, that's on you. But like I said, it's your competitor. So, you got to make your own judgment on that. But
Hop right
so
along.
it could be in your own market or a different market, because the way the apps do, they send things to this one just to test it, this one to test it, or what could be. Now with the loyalty thing, we're gonna go back. I got a few things. I'm just gonna read them out. We touched on it. It's just an overall of what we touched on. We talked about make a commitment. We already talked about that. Make a commitment. You gotta make a commitment, stand by it, and stuff like that. Offer continuous support. That's the thing that we are lacking a lot. Supporting each other. What kind of support you have for this person, that person, or a group of people, or whatever the case may be. This could also happen in your real life situation too, with real life people that you are used to being around, touching and everything, and knowing like that. Besides YouTube, so this right here affects you in real life as well. Communicate effectively. How do you communicate? If you have a problem with somebody, do you just go on the channel and just blast them? Or you try to talk with that person first? See, that's communication. You see, if you're not communicating, if you have a problem with somebody, talk to that person first before you go on. You can have your own channel, but people go on other people's channels and talk about the person without going to that person and seeing. You never know what that person, why it doesn't happen. Get that side first. If you know them, if you know the person that you got a way to talk to them offline, try that too. Everything don't have to be on YouTube, especially if you have a way to talk to people offline. That's communication. That's a loyalty thing right there also. And then trust comes into that too. Practice gratitude. Okay, that's the thing right there. Don't be haterade. If the TFT got a banger for $150 on a Spark order or whatever app he's on, and he got a good thing, congratulate the man. Hey man, that's cool. That's good, man. Cause we know we don't get those every day, but when we do, man, it does help to have the support and stuff to say, hey man, that's good, man. You got that banger and stuff like that. Good for you and all that stuff.
Yeah, instead of saying, oh yeah, you must have cheated. Oh, I know you got two phones and stuff like that. Come on, G, cut that out.
Yeah, we already talked about being true to yourself. Basically, you look yourself in the mirror and see what you see. If you're not truthful to what you see in the mirror, you gotta change that first before you can change anything in any space. Your personal real life space or YouTube space. Okay. Here's one that people are gonna probably be like, maybe not turning up a frown about. Practice forgiveness. I do that a lot personally. I do get, people who question me and stuff for certain things and come at me. Robert-Reese came at me. I still forgave him. I just said him because he's right there. TNT, you came at me a little bit. I still forgive you. That's a disagreement, whatever we had. But I still forgave you though, and we still rocking right here.
Just because you got a difference of opinion don't mean
exactly.
Don't mean
what they say growing up. what they told us boys growing up, if you didn't argue and fight with your friend, then that's not your real friend. Wasn't that what they said?
That's where you know that you've crossed from friendship to family. It's like arguing bigger one another, like a old married couple, so to speak, and you still hang out and go kick rocks and take a beer or something. That's your friend. That's your brother. That ain't a friend no more. That's your brother.
Right.
Yeah.
And you see where we are, right? We are right here. 1, 2, 3. The 3, whatever they're called, little things up here.
Well, look at this.
So
Yup is out there talking about a situation he's having where he is. Look, he says anyone ever use Spark on Android. He says it's so bad. He says on the iPhone he has to close out and open it 1,000 times a day to see the orders coming in. Now check this out. Where I am, my Android, and maybe it's because Samsung has, great whatever else it is. The Android works fine, and I tried it on my wife's phone, the Spark, and you're right, on the iPhone, I have to keep going out, so I have to take the just not do Spark for that time when I was getting my phone fixed, because on the iPhone it just does not work. But the Android version of Spark works fine, and that's funny because he says it's so bad where he is. You know what I mean? Now, people, just because he's saying it's bad where he is, that don't mean that that Spark is a terrible app. And because of what I'm saying, that don't mean I'm telling you that it's the greatest app. We just got 2 different experiences on the same app.
It may just be the version of Android operating system conflicting with the app that hasn't been updated. It also could be that Spark.
It could be a minimal update too.
Android users versus iPhone users. It could be a lot of things. But like my buddy Taylor here, he's got iPhone going out right now, the 15 Pro or something. I don't know what the hell that. I don't care about iPhone. I don't like it. But he's got the current model of iPhone, and he's been having a little more difficulty using DoorDash in comparison than I do. And I'm on the side. I got the Samsung S24 Plus Pro, whatever the hell it was. The newest current Samsung Galaxy S series. And he's had some difficulties where I haven't. And there's been some areas that he's not had any problems, and I have. Works fine on Android for me, but I don't know if it might be your towers out there causing you to have issues and not receiving all the packets. Don't necessarily know if it's your phone, bud.
And check your also, people, go into your updates for your apps, because I know Uber is notorious for letting you know it's an app update, but there are some apps where you got to switch the settings so you get that push notification letting you know that there is a new update for that app. If you don't do that, a lot of the times you can be stuck in areas and you're like, I'm not getting no orders. It's not because of anything else. It's just because the update, you don't got the right update that's allowing you to.
And don't forget to actually check the updates for your the iPhone store when you download the apps. Same thing with the Play Store, because that particular app can have an update that could cause a problem with your app as well. That if that's not up to date, and same thing with your OS version, make sure that's up to date. If those aren't up to date, it could cause problems with the functionality of the service on your phone and the app itself.
All right, never mind. I was gonna say about your actual operation system. Check that to make sure that's updated, but you already said it. I was gonna say that, but that's all right. Fine. Because your operation system, if that's not updated, you might not be able to do the function of whatever your phone's supposed to do. So you gotta make sure that notifications on for that as well. Some people might not put it on, but it's on the Android you can toggle it on. So then it'll give you a notification, and then it'll send to your phone when your operation system needs to be updated on your phone. And then you go, and then if you set it, because I got mine set, I'll set it when I know I'm by Wi-Fi and connected to a strong Wi-Fi. I don't usually do it when I'm on broadband because it could be in a minute. Like we driving around, it could be intermittent, and you don't want that interrupted. So I usually set it so that it will only update on Wi-Fi, and that's when I'm usually at home, my daughter's place, at the time my mom's place, and a couple other places that have good strong Wi-Fi. I'll do it. I'll do it then. So there's other ways that you had to do too, because if you have it and you try to program it while you're doing broadband and you're driving through these towers, you could not get the whole update on your actual operation system. So you got to be aware of that as well.
Look at what Sam Lee just said. He says, we cannot talk it out with these people on YouTube because some of us people talk too much crap and bully us, so we cannot talk it out with them. Okay, so he's saying there's too many people that bully other people that even try to talk it out. There's a gap that cannot be met, but that is what we are trying to bridge, is that gap right there, because maybe somebody feels inadequate about something. Maybe they wish they were in a certain area. Maybe they wish they were in a city or a certain area in their town, a different state. Maybe they feel that they've tried to do a channel or social media and it's failed, and it seems like you came in and you're actually doing okay. Maybe you got to look at other aspects and other avenues. Maybe someone may have something going on, at home that they are bringing it out on camera because they feel they can do that there. You got to start to look at other things, and those people that are doing the bullying and everything else like that, I guarantee they want you in their rooms and supporting them, because they're only doing the bullying because they're not getting what they are getting genuinely from what they're putting out to people. They're only getting a reaction from that negative side on what they're doing. Chances are that bully wants to be cool and chop it up, but that bully has other people around him that he's pumped on up, who were they're loyal to the negative stuff. So it's like he may want to, but they'll try to pull him back. It's kind of like back in the day, if you were a guy going out and there's a group of girls and you want to talk to one of them, and then the other girls say, "Oh no, she's with us," and then they're mad because no one's going to talk to them, so they pull the one away that the guy is actually interested in. It's the same thing, but if you can single that person out, you can cross that bridge. But Sam, we got to clear your brain on that too. You got to be willing to get past that part also. And I know you get bullied a lot. They kick you out of spots. They say you're not welcome. And we know that some of your views, you're just throwing stuff out there. But, they join up and say, no, we don't want you here. Like, no Sam's allowed. And so you got a different experience on that, which may make that gap harder to cross. You know what I mean? But that's what we're trying to explain here today, Sam. We can fix it. We just got to do it one step at a time.
Yeah. You can't give up. Yeah, if you really want to succeed in completing that task of crossing that bridge and bridging the gap with somebody, you can't give up on them. Again, which comes back to loyalty. A loyal person is not going to give up on somebody they care about, that they're invested into and watching and wanting to be there for. It's like if you're really wanting to talk this out with somebody, Sam, you cannot give up on it. You got to keep putting that foot forward and try it again and try it again. And don't let a lot of the words and shit they use get to you, man, because it's like other people may try to hold you down, but again, the only people who are going to successfully hold you back is you yourself. It's the ultimate saying, we are our own worst enemy. Nobody can get ourselves down like we can ourselves.
Right.
If you open the door to do that, then all these other people are going to start trying to make you second guess yourself. It's going to cause doubt and all this other shit. And you're going to put your walls up and you're going to bottle everything up and you're going to sit there and hide the border. You can't be that way. You're an open. You speak well. You talk to people. You out there. You do this stuff. It's no different than out in real life, Sam. Talking to people here on these YouTube is the same as talking to somebody on the street corner to bullshit with somebody. You're walking into the bar. You just got to keep putting your foot forward and keep going.
I got another example. Sam Lee. My next example is this one. Jaded Driver and I are in talks, and we're going back and forth in these chats to where Jaded Driver and myself, he's interested in doing the one-on-one interview that I'm trying to set up with him about content creation, and what he's doing as far as his short videos and things like that. He said that sounds like a really great idea. So he asked me when did I want to do it. He let me know that he's waiting for his voice to get a little bit better. So he's letting me know what's going on. Now, the only other thing that can possibly make that happen is when we're talking about loyalty and the haterade. He is friends with Mr. Flex, and Flex is his right-hand man. So if Jaded Driver is interested in doing a one-on-one with me, you now got to start to see, well, does Flex know about this? What is Flex going to say? Is Flex going to try to hold Jaded Driver away from doing an interview with Reese? He's going to say Reese is going to try to trash you and do everything else like that. No, it's about content creation and how he's using his channel with the shorts and things like that. But I reached out to him. He was receptive to me. That is possibly going to happen within maybe like a week. The Jaded Driver and Hot Facts with Robert Reese. Now, that will make a lot of people very upset, but we will see what happens. If he just says, hey, I'm doing this for me and not them, it's going to be great. But we will see if he listens to the other people that this is bridging the gap. This is me trying to bridge the gap actively. Let me make a U-turn. This is me trying to bridge the gap actively with a common group that he's a part of that there's been a lot of things going back and forth with. And he is A-okay with sitting down and doing an interview about content creation because it has nothing to do about the gig world and gig space and things like that. So I'm trying like that, fam. So it's possible, but we'll see.
You just got to find that common ground with you and that person and open that door. Yeah, there's a saying that a lot of people have said: when one door closes, another one opens, or the window's cracked open. Something. There's always another way. You just got to find it.
That's real. You got anything to add in on that one, George? That was
basically,
real. Right,
only thing I have to say about that is, the Jaded Driver, he's been mostly, neutral for a lot of the stuff. Yeah, he's been saying stuff like this and that, but he's been neutral for most of the stuff. He's his own man, and he had to make his own decision. Yeah, he's gonna hear what people say and take it as a grain of salt, whatever. Because people are gonna talk about things with you. They're gonna say things. Don't go here, this person, whatever. They people say that with me, that stuff. They say it with you, they say it with TFT, they say it with a lot of other people. But at the end of the day, you gotta make your own decision, though. You gotta know what you want to do and why you want to do it. That's going back to being true to yourself. So being loyal, you being true to yourself. If you want to have an interview with Hot Facts, then have an interview with Hot Facts. If you don't want to have an interview with Hot Facts, it's not because somebody said don't do it. It's because you decided not to do it.
Yep.
So that's where it comes out to be. So that's where it always starts. That's where the root, the foundation got to be made by you. You got to be true to yourself.
And if Flex is a true friend to Jaded Driver, as Jaded has always been to Flex, Flex will support him even if he disagrees with him. Flex won't
say that one again, TFC. That's a good one. Say that one again. That is a good one.
If your Flex is a true friend to Jaded, as Jaded has been to Flex, Jaded's always come to Flex's defense on a lot of things, but maybe I've missed it. I don't know. I ain't watched everything. But, it's like personally, from what I've seen, I've never really seen Flex stand up for Jaded on things. So it's like if Flex is a true friend, he should be able to stood up for Jaded too. Not to mention, he would also support Jaded whatever he decides to do, even if he disagrees. He'd still support him.
He stands up for Jaded. I can vouch for that. He stands up for Jaded too.
Like I said, I don't see everything.
Yeah, I know. I do. That's what I'm saying. I was just, I
So
was just, I was just letting you be aware. That's all. No hard feelings.
yeah,
I was just, yeah, he said representative.
I ain't got no hard feelings on it. I'm just saying it's good to know that he counts him as a friend and will stand up.
Yeah.
I was like, and if he's doing that, he should support him in this position. So, but even if he disagrees with him, you should still support him because that's what a true friend does. That's what a loyal friend does. They make you aware, hey, I don't think this is a good idea, but if this is what you want to do, I got your back. That's my opinion.
Yeah.
I hope he does support him with it. Because I wish Flex nothing but the best. Same thing with Jaded and everybody else. Even if I have a differences of opinion with him, even if I don't really like the person, I got nothing ill will towards anybody. I don't want to see nobody have a channel taken down. I don't want to see anybody getting in trouble or doing anything silly or losing a good long-standing friendship behind a small, simple disagreement. So it's like, but that's me, because that's who I am. I don't wish ill on no one. Even my worst enemy, I wish the best.
Especially because we're in like when it's a community, people got to understand a community is something where people are involved with places with because they have similar and common interests. And in this community, if you're not a 1099 working for yourself and doing things like that, you really don't have an interest other than you found a couple live channels where you can go ahead and click on or just sit and chill. But other than that, everyone is a 1099. A lot of us are drivers and are doing other things, and we got cargo vans and different types of deliveries, and you putting in the work. So there's the interest there. We cannot forget that you're in a community because of the same common interest that you have with the next person. So when you hear people say, "No, I don't like him. I have nothing in common with that person." Well, you're in the same damn community, which means that you have a lot of the similar interests when it comes down on how you want to make your money and how you want to go ahead and do your thing. Last time I checked, that's something to build on right there.
There's one thing that all of us share when it comes to this kind of work, and that's the freedom this work allows us. Where we can make our money and still not have to work it like a 9 to 5, 7 days a week. We can work 3 days 1 week if we want to, work 2 days next week if we want to, and then haul ass on the next week if we want to. If we want to work 7 days a week, 12 hours a day, we have that ability. I'm not saying I recommend that for anybody. Shit, I'm too old to do that kind of crap anymore. I'm 41 years old. I don't want to work 12 hours a day, 7 days a week anymore. I'm tired of that shit. And these gig apps help me to make a good living so I can take care of my family. That is my ultimate goal, making sure that my family's needs met every chance I can.
Yep. And there's avenues. We got avenues here. TFT might deliver to somebody's house as there might be some business idea that TFT has had to where he delivered, he's gonna do a delivery and he just happens to be going to this dude's house who actually does what he wants to do on the side that we think of and get some information and stuff and actually go ahead and get into something else with it. You got the ability to do that.
With this kind of work, we can easily network with not only the merchants, customers, fellow drivers, standard people just ordering their own food in the restaurant. We ain't got nothing to do with what we're doing. But we can communicate with them, open up friendships, business relationships. Communication is key to almost everything in life. Because, hey, if you're not willing to put your best foot forward and give something a shot, how do you know if you'll succeed? You can never succeed if you don't try.
Yeah, because I'm gonna tell you, this neighborhood I'm in right now, everybody got the same interest. They all like big ass houses away from everybody else, so that's why they live right here. They like big ass houses away from everybody else. Almost every person has got a huge RV parked alongside, and they're building all these homes, these mountains And these people want to live right here. They ain't city people. Their interest is with people like this. You know what I mean? They might have met somebody. Hey, I'm looking for some land, a big enough house. Do you know where? Man, you know what? They're building my house over here, and they just linked up like that. And guess what? That's where they want to be. Look at this big old giant house right here, like the Adams family house. Big old giant house. Big old giant house. But these people, my reception might be going in and out because I'm actually in this crap right here. But they got common interest to live right here. All these people got horses and ranch style things on their porches. You know, this is what they like. And the common interest for this community. People got to understand that community. You know, you got common interest in everything. And if you only want to look at things that you don't have the same interest in, at least have open dialogue to, you know, let people know why you do something so that they're not just left out in the blind in the dark. They can understand why you do this and why you don't do that, instead of just bashing somebody. You know, if someone tells me, and let's say I've never had squash, and somebody telling me, man, that's the worst thing ever. Don't even go and eat that. I want to go try it first, and once I try it, if it's good to me, I want to know from him. I'm gonna ask him, hey man, why didn't you like it? Let me know what you think about it. You know, you can always learn something. You can always.
You know, it's like first time, like for instance, collard greens. You know, there's all types of collards. Ways to make them. You know, it's like first time I had greens, nasty tasting, bitter as hell. You know, it's like my landlady here. When I met my buddy Herman, we come over to the house here, have a barbecue and whatnot. She made her greens. She used tree collards. She throw ham hock in there, a couple cloves of garlic, a bunch of chili pepper and crushed chilies, and all that stuff in there. Make it up real nice. Wash them a different way I ain't never seen nobody do before. You know, boil them in salt water, all that stuff. It's like, those are some of the most tender, tastiest damn greens I have ever had. You know, it's like every time she made green, oh yeah, I'm loading up a big ass plate. You know, it's like it's mouth watering, make you slap somebody. I tell you. It's like she's an old Southern Creole. You know, she get down in that kitchen too. It's like I'm sitting there watching her how to make it, asking her how much of this you put in, how much of that. She, I don't know, throw it in there. Tell it look right. It's like, well, how you know it look right? It'll look like this. You're like, okay. People don't measure nothing; they just do it.
Yeah.
So I actually picked a bunch of collards, tried to make them the way she do. I can't get it just the way she do. I get it close, but it's not there. Some will say it's because I'm a white boy. I shouldn't know how to make collards. Wait, you know where the hell collards come from? How many country folk eat collards out here? It's like food don't have a color. Food is food. Food is international, multiracial. It don't make a difference what you look like. You can eat it because it's food. It's nourishment for the body, mind, and soul.
And food is so good that food brings people together.
Gaps that nobody
it
ever
brings
could.
people together. You can sit, you know, when they say, you know, break bread, food, the Last Supper. Look at the Last Supper. All them dudes is up there, they eating. Like, food can make people who got a disagreement stop the argument and eat first, and then go back to arguing. Food can do a lot. And
what you was arguing about and mend that relationship.
And
that's crazy because you look at
I know
ahead,
sometimes
George.
when me and my wife be arguing and stuff and all something, I'm like, hey man, you hungry? She like, yeah, I'm hungry. So we go and order something like that, and then we just squash whatever we have. Sometimes it works, man. It works like that.
Yeah, it worked like
It works
that.
like
You
that.
know
You
what?
know,
I was arguing with my
when
wife
she's gonna,
yesterday.
especially when
Dude,
she's
I'll
gonna
get
whip
you
my head
started
off.
'cause
You know,
you're hungry.
she's the real Hulk smash in the family, not me. I just got the title because she gave it to me, but she's the real Hulk smash. She's gonna smash my head. I got some food for her, and then it's like, okay, now we all good. So
Yeah,
it
look,
happens.
I was arguing with my wife yesterday. I was like, well, I'm gonna just get some carne asada fries, and this will go ahead and fix that. That's what-
My wife's been on a me and Ed's calzone kick lately. It's like she got a little mad at me the other day. I brought her home a calzone. She's like, "Okay, I
yeah,
love you.
it's
It's okay."
food. It's food. Shoot, and then what it really do it is the freaking toast with the she gets the pesto or the tomatoes with the pesto stuff. Eat
Mm.
sun dried tomatoes. If you bring a piece of bread with that on it, it's a wrap. It's a wrap. Done deal.
Well, see,
Done
now that you
deal.
said that, that ain't gonna work next time she get mad at you.
No, she's sitting there laughing. No, yeah. Oh, it's gonna work. You know, you can't try to stop it. The success rate on that is so high. She gonna be hating if she don't let it work. She gonna be hating on it. Shoot.
Now this is what's gonna happen. Next time you get her some of that, she's gonna sit there and take it from you, eat it, staring at you, gyring at you the whole damn time.
Yeah, no. What she does is, if it's something that I know that I would want a taste of, she'll say no. She'll say no. Or what she does is she'll order something knowing that I don't like a certain thing, and she'll put that on it so that I don't want to ask for it. So I don't want to ask for none. She does that. She does that because food is my favorite thing in the world. I love food. I'm sorry. I love food. Shoot.
See, that's
Even
uncommon thing.
hospital food. I even love hospital food.
Ugh.
You go down
I
there and
don't know.
still
It's
find
gotten
something
better.
good.
I don't know
Yeah,
about that though. I'll eat it. I'll eat it, but I don't
it's
know
gotten
about if I
it's
like it.
gotten it's gotten better than it used to be, say 10 years ago. But hospital
Woo.
still kind of. I don't know, man. I'll eat it because I have to, but
Yeah.
I still rather have that Bobby sandwich from Capriati.
Oh yeah, the Bobby sandwich. Yeah, you know what? My wife still go in there and look at it. Well, we've had it a couple times, but she always, whenever that Bobby sandwich could come up, she look at it like, yeah, you know what? Hey, the sandwich, I like it because you know it's it's Thanksgiving in a sandwich, but it's the white version of Thanksgiving. Now, I've been wanting to get the Bobby with some dressing instead of stuffing. I want it with, what I'm saying? I want to do the Bobby because you can put some yams. You put some good yams up in that sandwich. Boy, some candy yams up in that sandwich, some good ones, and put some collard greens in there. Man,
Mm-hmm.
woo.
Well, there you go. There's a new sandwich idea for Capriati. You put some mac and cheese, collard greens, yams, turkey.
Yeah, I like to fry my turkey now, man. I'm in that fried turkey kick now. Shoot. I'll fry some turkey now.
Reese breaking up pretty bad right now.
Yeah. He's moving around though, so we're
Yeah.
stationary. So, but yeah,
Speaking of,
TFP. With these two things here, man, you know, it's just awareness I wanted to get out because I think some people probably just got to remember what's the real what is the real purpose of they want to do on this in this gay community. Is it here to
well,
just to fight and cause all the drama? Or is here to yeah, he's gonna come back, or is it
yeah,
here to like trips and tips and tricks and stuff like that? Show other things you got, other kind of skills you got, show that on here. Or this going to be something that you just want to go around and just cause havoc. I don't think people really want to come on here and cause havoc. It just happens.
Oh no, I turned down the wrong
That's
street.
why I wanted this awareness out, because to get a better understanding. And hopefully with this awareness that came out on the channel, people could listen to it and then bring it into their own lifestyle. And this could go off of YouTube also, because I know a lot of things happen off YouTube in personal lives and stuff that people come on here. It's just like you go into a job, you have something going on at home, but you don't really think it's affecting you. But then other people outside looking in, it is, because you might be snooty at them or whatever the case may be, but you don't really might want to take it out on them.
That's a good word. Snooty. That's the perfect word. That's the perfect word.
So but on the other side, Hurricane Francine, I got a little update here on the thing. I just wanted to play it, if you don't mind.
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, because look, man, we having more earthquakes every day, hurricanes, there's more tornadoes every day.
Yeah.
People, if you live in some of these areas, man, and you can get the word out, there's still a lot of people that don't watch the Weather Channel. They don't watch the news, and then you're trying to figure out how the hell did they not know. George is about to let you guys know what's going on in his area.
Yeah, it's not in my area. It's on the Weather Channel about the Hurricane Francine. The latest I think is 11 a.m. Eastern time, but that's the latest one I got off the Weather Channel. I'm gonna go play that real quick.
All right.
Yeah. So if you put me on solo here in a second. Yeah. All right. Cool.
George got the police set up, but that's the setup I want though. I want to have the I want to have the laptop right there.
Hold on. There it is.
People be scared when you get when you pull up.
All right, let's see. Hold on a second. I don't know why I'm thinking now. It was just on that. All right. Cool.
Francine is moving northeastward towards the Louisiana coast. The storm has maximum sustained winds of 90 miles per hour. Storm surge will be accompanied by large and dangerous waves. The big push of water is expected to arrive within a few hours on either side of the landfall. A few tornadoes will be possible through tonight across parts of southeastern Louisiana, southern Mississippi, southern Alabama, and the Florida Panhandle, and an isolated tornado threat may linger into Thursday. Francine is expected to make landfall in Louisiana later this afternoon or this evening, and forecast to move northward across Mississippi on Thursday and Thursday night. Widespread power outages are expected as the storm continues moving inland. These outages could last for several days after the storm moves through. Heaviest rainfall totals will take place between now and Thursday evening. Rainfall totals of 4 to 8 inches with local amounts of 12 inches could lead to flash flooding and river flooding.
Now that's crazy right there, people. That's an update. I'm gonna give you guys a little update about where I am in my area. The other drivers out here in this area who have been going through it. We've had all these fires. We've had thunderstorms because we have so much fires. The clouds filled up with all that stuff, and right now they're doing inclement weather for the schools. It's been going in hot spurts of 116 degrees to 108 and things like that. But today, at least in the valley up here in the desert, it's going to be 88 degrees. So we're dropping down from the 110s plus to 88 degrees, and we're going to be in the 80s for the next couple of days, and then we're going to hit a 77 and a 69. It's going to be a huge change from us being with the extreme heat warnings and everything else. People were going out, passing out in the public. People doing jobs, delivery drivers for UPS and them were passing out, not staying hydrated. So it looks like we're moving past those days, and these fires should slow down. We've had too many fires. So yeah, but it is clearing up, and that's where we are down here. What you looking like in the Central Valley up there, TFT?
Today's the first day we broke from over 108 Today was only supposed to be a high of like 95, 96. Rest of the week supposed to be in the high 80s, mid 90s. Finally breaking. Had many streaks of 115, multiple days back together. So it was a pain in the butt. It's what forced me to get this car. The heat was getting to me too bad. So I don't understand how the hell I did this shit without air conditioning for 2 years.
Whenever you say that, I'm sitting here like, dang. And for a man to break free from his comfortability, that comfort level and the understanding you have with your truck, to break that means that it's too damn hot. It's too damn hot.
I mean, I had that truck from 2007 until just last month. Me and that truck has seen lots of things, been lots of places. I'm gonna miss it. I am. I really am. I love that damn truck. And unfortunately, with the weather conditions here in California being as hot as they were for long consecutive days, it's just too much. Last couple of years, we weren't that hot that long. Yeah, we may have spiked to 115 or so. Stayed there for more than a day. This year we've been there for a week straight. Literally killing people. Now that we're finally breaking from, kind of wish I had my truck. But hey, c'est la vie. Life is life. We all have to make changes. We all have to move and adapt.
That's right.
For what I had when I did what I had to do, that's because that's what I had to do. 2 years running through California heat with no air conditioning, that would kill most people. But that's what I had to do. That was the options I had were limited at the time.
And you made it work for yourself.
I did what I had to do to make it work to take care of my family.
Yeah.
Because that's the main goal. I have to take care of my family. End of the day, I don't matter what punishment I go through. My family doesn't have to suffer.
Yeah, but you made sure that you was okay so you could take care of your family. Because if you get sick and go down, then your family's gonna suffer because you're down. So you also so you made sure that you was okay to do that.
Best of the options I had.
Yeah.
That's why I carry an ice chest back here behind the seat that's got tons of Gatorade, Pedialyte, water. And worst case scenario, I got a bucket of ice water right there. I can put down my back of the shirt and over my head.
That's what I was getting at.
That's why you always see me with a car rag, so I can dunk it in that ice water, wrap it around the back of my neck, wipe my face, put it on top of my head, whatever I need. And it's like, no matter, I still carry it the same way, even though I got air conditioning.
Yeah, I got a car rag too.
I got multiples, but I can. I carry an old dish towel just for that purpose. I carry the microfiber cloths for a lot of other things. Not to mention just helping to keep the car clean. There's times I'll put them up in the windows to help block out the sun, to help keep the heat out of the car as best I can. We all have to do.
You tie that. You tie them around the neck though. You get that nice ice. You got that nice cold water. You put that thing and let it sit around your neck when it's nice and hot.
Wrap it up and swing it around. There you go. If you really want to get fancy with it, you kind of tuck it in the shirt a little bit like an ascot.
Yep.
It'll
Some
cool you
people
down.
say, "Oh man, you look weird." Oh well, I'm comfortable though.
Why your shirt wet? Ice water.
Yeah.
Like, why your shirt wet? Sweat.
Oh yeah, George said. And if you guys want to know, go to Harbor Freight if you want to get a real cheap one. I mean, they got them all over the place, but you know, Harbor Freight, they got some cheap ones there.
You don't need to spend no extra money on a cooling towel. Everybody got dish towels.
Hey, yeah, I feel that.
Get your dish towel, dunk it in there. There you go.
make sure if you're coming in, hit the like button or hit the thumbs down. If you've been in here for the 2-hour spot and the information was all the way there, you can share it out there to somebody else too. But a thumbs up or a thumbs down, they both mean the exact same. So if you want to hate, just go ahead and do the thumbs down. And for those of you guys who don't know, they don't show the thumbs down. If you're a new content creator on YouTube, they don't show the thumbs down up there. You only see the thumbs up. You have to go into your studio to see the thumbs down that are there. So thumbs up and thumbs down means the exact same thing in the YouTube algorithm. The only thing that can stop that is not doing anything at all. So if you like and you enjoy and you got the message of what we brought to you today about the not hating and supporting and love and all that, just go ahead and try it out one day. Try it out on this live stream today. And make sure you tune in and check out TFT. He's got a channel out there. Make sure you tune in and watch Hope Smash. You can catch him over there on the DoorDash Revolution. You can go ahead and catch him over on Gig Wars Official in those challenges. Watch this man talk that game and be doing that trash talk when he in battle. You know, you can check us out and see us on many different things. Yes, sir.
George, polite trash talk I've ever heard.
Yeah, George trash talk be all nice and stuff. I'll be like, but see, look, that would make me more mad. That would make me more upset if you are polite with your trash talk. The NBA player said that Tim Duncan was like that. Tim Duncan's trash talk was like, ooh, move to the left. Oh, got you. Oh man, thank you. It's trash talk like that instead of that Kevin Garnett style cursing you out and getting all up in you like the barbershop. The nice guy trash talk hurts a little more.
Charles
you know,
Barkley.
The guy that scored on
Charles
you good
Barkley.
and then he help you up.
Charles Barkley.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's my boy though. I know Charles Barkley, man.
Hey man, how you feel about you know how TNT and that deal, the NBC got back the rights, and the the cast is they're breaking up the cast. They're gonna keep Ernie, obviously. Kenny can go do whatever he wants to do. So can Charles, or they can stay as a group, but they didn't want to repackage the show again. But Charles, says this is his last year. He's gonna retire after this year because he pretty much feels that if he can't do it with his group, those are his boys, his brothers. NBC came in to try to break up the group, and he don't feel the same. So he said, "I'm gonna retire if I can't do it with my boys." How you feel about that, Hope?
Well, he's doing that loyal thing. He's being loyal to his peoples. So he's not gonna abandon his people and go on. You see, that's that loyal thing there that we were talking about earlier.
Yep.
So he's doing that because he's loyal to his people that happen. So they're gone, I'm gone. That's just how he feels,
And that's crazy. That's crazy to see him, because there's a lot of people saying, man, you can just go do something else. It's the feeling. They have so many spin-off segments that they do, and Chuck has his role of making a fool of himself and all this other stuff, and they got the Christmas specials, and they work together on the holidays because the sports are on the holidays. You got the Christmas games and stuff, and they actually spend these holidays with each other. So taking them, breaking up the band, people psychologically and mentally, it can damage you. It can damage you. And I like Charles for opening up about that too, because there's a lot of people out there that won't really tell you. They'll make up something. Nah, man, I just don't want to. He broke it down. He wants to do it with his loved ones. They've been on the air. A lot of these kids who are like, let's say 22 years old, like they've been on the air like 20 something, 30 years, Ernie and TNT and them. You know what I mean? So some of these kids grew up watching them. Like that's like watching The Price is Right with Bob Barker. Watching Drew Carey do it, it's not the same, man. It's definitely not the same. You can watch it, but you make sure you tune in to watch Bob. So I love Charles Barkley for doing that. I'm about to play this little clip really quick about this little clip really quick, and it was on Gil's Arena. I love this clip. Watch this.
Like, so why get personal with another person? So you don't have to be direct, like emotionally attached to whatever it is that you're trying to debate about. But yeah, somebody is.
Yo, but what's disrespectful today? Because I feel like everybody think everything is disrespectful. If you have an opinion, like
disagreeing is disrespectful.
Disagreeing is hating.
It's highly disrespectful. You cannot have an opposite opinion of somebody else. You have to agree with them.
So if the masses is saying yes, and then you want to go this way, you look crazy.
You look crazy.
Like, because we all saying it, but you see something different, and it's just like,
we looking at the same thing. You saying this, you want me to say what you saying, but if I don't, you like, man, what the fuck? This nigga's crazy.
So now you're a hater.
Yes.
Well, with some things, yes, but with certain things that's obvious, yeah, like you should be able to like look at something like this cup is black.
Black, you know, we go, what is it, black and yellow, you know, somebody like, no, it's yellow and black.
Somebody might say, oh, no,
it's more gray.
No. It's more, like, you know what I'm saying?
It's really white, but they spray painted over it.
Okay.
See?
Okay. Yeah.
They hate that.
Yeah. Okay. The fact that you know that this was
I know
white
it's
at
really
first,
white.
but then it turned black.
You think it's black, and I'm saying that's a white cup. You don't even know.
That's a bar.
Intriguing.
You know, you have people like,
that's a bar.
Yours fucking truly.
I like that clip right there because they went through so many scenarios, and then Rashad McCann said, no, the can is really white, but they spray painted it black. But since you know that the can was white and they spray painted it black, you look like a liar and all this other stuff because they don't want to believe you. And they said, you know, having an opinion, he said you can't have an opinion because it's wrong now. Remember when they told us to speak up, to have your opinion? Now the narrative is if you have an opinion, you know, you can't say it and you shouldn't say it because it's wrong. It's crazy how times change.
And blow it out of proportion.
The 12 Angry Men. Remember that one? You
said which one?
The 12 Angry Men.
You said the 12 Angry Men?
Yeah, this guy was on trial. Everybody said guilty except for one person.
Yes.
And then they all thought he was crazy. It's like, why do you do that? Blah, blah, blah. And then after he was saying, and then other people started, you know, calming down and kind of listening and stuff, they doubted themselves and they had another vote, the juries. More people went to not guilty. And then it ended up with one person who stood with that guilty verdict, and then he ended up saying not guilty, so the person ended up being not guilty. But the thing was, is one guy stood up because he had an opinion that was different than the other 11 jurors in that room. And they all looked at him saying, oh, called him all kinds of names. The 12 Angry Men is what happens in the gay community. Somebody has one opinion that's different, and then everybody will go against that person. But that person stood up and kept standing up, even though they went against them in the 12 Angry Men. And there's people who do that in the gay community. They'll stand up for what they know is right, even if people still go bombard them. And that's when the loyalty to the line comes in. It's still. And the name called bullying.
Yeah. Then
So
you got the wild card.
all these things, because we could bring it into the gay community because it happens. Different scenarios happens in the gay community, and you can bring things into it. If you really look at it. If you look at it through a different set of eyes or a different perspective, you can relate it to something that happened in the gay community.
Yep.
And there's always somebody trying to get do their own twist off of spinning narratives and things like that. There's always that one. It brings me to I'm gonna use the 12 Angry Men, right? There's an episode on the Martin show when Martin and Cole were called for jury duty over a traffic ticket for somebody, and everyone kept voting guilty, and Cole kept saying innocent. But Cole's main objective with saying innocent was they kept giving him food. So he kept ordering more and more food. So he kept saying innocent until all the food came. And it took so long for the deliberation that when they finally came out, when Cole was like, okay, I'm good. I got my verdict. He's guilty. The judge said, oh, it's a mistrial. So tell him that everything happened. But Cole's thing was he's there as one of the 12, but his mission was to get food. That's why he was doing it. So people, the reason I said that is because we got people out there that may be in the same setting, but their mission is different. Their objective is different. And we call those trolls, You're in the same building, but you have a different way you're trying to go. Cole's way was to be there to get food. Martin was there. He said, Cole, let's hurry up. Let's go get this verdict in and let's go home because me and Gina are trying to have a baby. So Cole was like, no, I want the food. So Martin's whole thing was to get there and get it done. They heard the case. The guy was guilty as I don't know what, but, it works out like that. It just works out like everybody's got a different angle. So don't be trying to twist narratives out there, people, for your own way on what you're trying to do, because if it goes off too false, you're going to create more drama with that. And maybe that's your goal. Maybe that's what you want to do. But there's always a reaction to that action. So be prepared for it.
Yep. Everything we do has a consequence. An equal action to the action that we took.
Hey, this was good today, huh? This was good. A lot of great information that went out there.
Mm-hmm.
George, this was a home run. This was a home run.
Well,
this was a home run.
This is the diplomacy side. Don't matter. I'll go to anybody's channel to give information to help out with the community. That's the diplomacy side.
Good job on that. I enjoyed myself. I know I enjoyed it. Laughing and stuff, doing all that. People, we've been on for 2 hours and 21 minutes. You guys know this ain't one of them live streams, even though yesterday I just ain't been on live in a while. So I got my live rocks off and just kept it going yesterday. But this was a really good show. We're gonna go ahead and end it up here. TFT, let the people know where they can find you at. And before, right after you do that, give your last words. And George, right after TFT, let the people know where they can find you at. Give your last words, people, and then we're gonna go ahead and wrap up this show.
Well, you can always find me here when I pop up, or you can go visit my own channel. There ain't a whole lot on there, but I throw my random thoughts and opinions from time to time when I feel like it's worthy of being displayed to the public. Put it that way. Otherwise, you always find me here. I might pop up on Red, Roy's, anybody I feel like it. So if I'm out here and want to talk, I'll find a way to get it done. If you want to watch it, you're more than welcome. If you don't, well, sorry. I'm still going to say what I got to say. Providing the host will allow me to. Other than that, as always, you guys do be true to yourself, as always. Do the job, do it right. Don't half-ass shit. Buy equipment, use equipment. Take care of the customers and merchants. They will take care of you. That did y'all a fun video.
That was TFT right there. Go ahead, George. George.
I don't really have my own channel. I'm co-host with the DoorDash Revolution, so I'm there, but I'm on other people's channels. A lot of other people's channels. I'm either in the chat or on the panels. So you can find me around. I'm not hard to find. You see Hook Smashing it, that's me. So I'm on tons of channels. There's so many. I don't want to stop naming and miss somebody because I'll feel bad because I missed somebody. There's so many channels I'm on. So everybody pretty much who follows me, they can find me anywhere on all the channels, because that's just how I am. Supportive of channels. I want to see them grow. I love this community. I know there's a lot this community could do. Yeah, there's always some interaction and negativity that's anywhere. But as long as we have a lot more positive than the negative, we can always outweigh that. And my only final thought is just be true to yourself and respect everybody else, and they'll respect you. That's all I gotta say on that. It's on you, big dog.
All right, now, people, you guys all know you tuned in to the show, Hot Facts with Robert Reese. You can also find Hot Facts with Robert Reese on every major platform that there is. We go live pretty much on here on YouTube. I'm going to start back doing the lives on the other ones pretty soon because you can do them at the exact same time. You can find myself here, obviously, local news reporting, on-scene reporting, wild animals, car crashes, sports playlists. Go ahead and check them out. Find something that you like there. Go ahead and do it. And I'm going to go ahead and drop a promote for the Polar Pop. If you can, 88 cents for a Polar Pop. You spend less than $1 on this. You go to Arcos and 7-Elevens and all these other ones. The extra miles are like whatever, $2.49, $2.50 for the same size. Go ahead, get a Polar Pop for 88 cents, less than $1, and they have the most flavors of anything you want. I get a mixture of Powerade Red, Powerade Blue, with a touch of Sprite, so I can just have a little bit of fizz to go down with the juice. And I'm doing a plug for the Polar Pop. I don't know how many of these I go through, but at least once a day, there's a Polar Pop, or maybe 2 times a day, there's a Polar Pop. Get mine in, get yours in. You don't got to spend $3 for the same thing, but you can go and get it for 88 cents, people. So there you go. If you want to put some more gas in your tank, being a delivery driver, start spending cheaper on stuff and get the same quality, same taste out of it. Okay. And it stays cool for a long time. Not because it says it on here. I experience it. Look, I still got ice in it. I still got ice in it. It does its thing. With that being said, people, we out of here like Chuck Woolery in 2 and 2. I'm gonna play my theme music, and y'all can do what it do. I'll see y'all later. Let me go ahead and get this music on for y'all. Bam.
Hot Facts with Robert Reese. With Robert Reese. Come and get them hot facts with Robert Reese. Come and get them hot facts with Robert Reese. Come and get them hot facts with Robert Reese. Come and get them hot facts with Robert Reese. Come and get them hot facts with Robert Reese.